Today we are going to be reviewing some Harbor Freight Bauer 20 volt tools. Spinning wheel of death. There's branches everywhere that I picked up and I got to cut those down. So I needed a nice little easy chainsaw. I have my gas chainsaw, but it's way too big. So I got this electric 20 volt tool only 10-inch chainsaw, and I'm going to be opening it up for you today. $89.98 was the total package cost of the brushless 4.5 grinder, the 5 amp hour battery, and the charger. Not a bad deal. And then for whatever reason, I got the chainsaw for $29.99. Math isn't their strong suit. For a subtotal of $119.98. That's pretty good. Now, to get this deal, you had to get the 5 amp hour battery. It was in the fine print. You also had to get the rapid charger. If you know me, you know I love a good angle grinder, and all my angle grinders are corded. So I'm going with a battery powered angle grinder. I also got an attachment for it that should probably be called the spinning wheel of death or the finger taker. It's crazy. I don't know how this thing is legal. It is a 4-inch wood carving disc with 5/8 harbor. I don't think this is safe, but we're going to open it up and we're going to find out together, you and me. How fun. So let's go ahead and get into the opening. Oh yeah. All right. First up is the charger. So the battery itself was $32 when it's not on sale. Don't cut towards yourself, people. It's not safe. Heavy duty guaranteed. Charges all Bauer 20 lithium batteries. Comes with some instructions. Don't need those. Nothing special to it. It's supposed to be the rapid charger. It does show that there is a battery charging light, a battery charged light, hot and cold delay, and a problem with the battery charger light. Okay. Got a pretty long cord here. Maybe six foot. Now that is rendered useless without the Hypermax lithium ion batteries. Man, it's gotta be good if it's named like that. Wow. I will say I am not sponsored by Bauer. I just like to save money and I'm a guy on a tight budget. So take with that what you will. Yeah. Well, there you go. There's really not much in this one. No operating instructions on the battery. This dude's pretty big though. I have a couple of DeWalts and it doesn't look quite as fancy as the DeWalts, right? So these are pretty, this is a 20 volt max lithium from DeWalt. Not the Hypermax. The Bauer must be better. Here's a comparison of the two, the DeWalt battery versus the Bauer. The Bauer definitely looks a little bit cheaper and feels a little bit cheaper, which is warranted because it's like a quarter of the cost. So it slides nice and easy in there. It does not lock. So that's all the way in. There's the button. You don't push it and it will come undone. So let's plug this in. It's got the red blinking light and the constant green light, which means it's battery charging. So let's move on to spinning wheel of death. This is for rapid wood removal designed to sculpt, channel, hollow, cut, carve wood. My primary use for this is cutting branches that have fallen out of my trees and I had to pick up while I was mowing. So I got this with the battery powered angle grinder and the chainsaw, and hopefully between the two of these, one of these is going to be a great option for cutting all these branches. Wonder if there's going to be instructions. Oh, I think there are, but I'm pretty sure I just cut them in half. Oops. So we can be half safe. Maintain a firm grip on the power tool to allow you to resist kickback forces. Okay, don't need that, don't need that. Here she is. Man, these suckers are sharp. Nothing's loose on it, which is a good sign. going at 14,000 RPM. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I need to put gloves on. Go ahead and knock this center out. Did I just break it? Feels broken. I did not expect this, but this sucker comes apart. All it is two pieces that you put around this little mini chainsaw. This thing is sketchy. I don't know if I want to use this. I mean, I'm gonna use it obviously, but this is, let's find those instructions. Does it tell us how to put it together? I need pictures. I hate instructions that don't have pictures. Okay, here we go. Safety guard needs to go towards the handle, not directly under. Nothing there. So we have another picture here. It shows your outer flange nut. Make sure you have your raker and your tang on there. Okay, that wasn't very helpful. We kind of need the actual angle grinder. Ooh! There's a little acorn nut. Let's open this up. So this Hypermax lithium ion brushless. That's the key thing right there. Brushless. More power and longer runtime. Guaranteed. Now, this does suggest a 3 amp hour. Luckily, I got the 5 amp hour, and I'm pretty sure that's more than 3 amp hours. So the math checks out. We're good. Here she is. Bauer brushless. So it looks like any other angle grinder. Nothing special. Couple of goodies. Slide switch angle grinder that you can lock. How beautiful. Should we put the handle on? Oh, check this out, guys. Your wrench to put the blade on and off, it's in the handle. That might be kind of nice. Now, we read our instructions, so we know that this needs to be turned to where it's towards the handle. Read your instructions. It's locked down, kind of. The guard doesn't really lock down very well. Are we supposed to line these little cutouts up? I mean, it feels like it's in there. Did I get my blade on right? Does your ridge that sticks out in the center go there? Or do you want the flat part to go there? If you're watching this, do you put it pointing down or do you put it pointing up? Let me know. Oh my goodness. This is so scary. I might lose a finger today, guys. Our battery is charging, but I have no clue how much. Okay, I'm excited to use that. Don't forget the wrench goes in the handle. Next up, 20 volt cordless compact chainsaw. I gotta cut all these branches up, and I think this is gonna get the job done. This is the 10-inch version. I don't think they have anything different, but here is the instruction manual. It does have some pictures here on how to operate. Has all your parts there. Oh man, we're cutting big old trees here. This has got some horsepower. Okay. I think I got it pretty well all summed up. All right, that's all I needed right there. I know exactly how it works. Hey, we even have some good old bar oil. Risk of permanent equipment damage if you do not use oil. Use your oil or you will spoil your new tool. For max performance, you must use the 3 amp hour battery. Isn't he so cute? Got it. All right, it's a Bauer. Let's get this sucker put together. Now, one thing about the Bauer stuff is the stickers do look extremely low quality. Like they just look cheap. Kind of the plastic layout does too, but if it works, it works. You know what I'm saying? Let's put the bar on. I think technically, usually when you first use a chain, you're supposed to soak it in oil, but ain't nobody got time for that. How do you get this thing to stay? They do a good job of making sure you put the chain on right though. Lots of little emblems and directions. Put this on here. Middle of the guide bar, middle of the guide bar. Come on. Do you pop chains off your chainsaw all the time? So I got it tight. Is there any way to loosen the tension on this? I don't see any screws or anything to loosen tension. Pull guide bar forward firmly before tightening. Rotate the chainsaw so the guide bar is pressed against the surface. While under pressure, tighten the tension knob securely. Check saw chain tension On page 12. Page 12. Pull the chain away from the guide bar and let go. Saw chain should snap back against the guide bar. There should be no sagging. Way too tight. I think I got the tension right. Let's fill her up with some oil. Blah, 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 blah. So our battery's still charging, but I'm impatient, so I'm just gonna pull it off. Let's go cut something. It does work one-handed. It wasn't the fastest in the world, but it's a battery-powered chainsaw. Wouldn't think it would be. Okay, let's try the angle grinder. Lock and loaded. I don't really know where I want my face to be. Oh, let's check the tightness. Same board. Needs to be able to do it one-handed. Oh! It can't cut very deep, so it only went through about half the board. So here's the piece that little angle grinder took off there. This is actually a little bit easier. You can now be an informed purchaser of a Bauer 20 volt wheel of death, or an angle grinder, or a chainsaw.